This is WBKO News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Allie Hennard. We now know who will be facing off for the governor's office in the general election this November. Current governor and Democrat candidate Andy Beshear and Attorney General and Republican candidate Daniel Cameron. Last night's victory speeches showed that this will be a tough race. Cameron calling Beshear as part of the, quote, new religion to the left, end quote, as well as poor workforce participation and rising violent crime. Governor Beshear didn't mention Cameron by name, instead pointing to the negative campaigning of the Republican primary as ignoring what he says really matters to Kentucky families, which are more jobs and better opportunities.
Andy Beshear is resigned to live in a commonwealth where violent crime is high and the workforce participation rate is low.
We got to be talking about creation of jobs and health care. I think candidates that truly care about our families focus on those things that matter most.
Polling indicates Beshear is one of the most popular Democratic governors in the country with a 60% approval rating. Again, Cameron has close ties to Mitch McConnell and the endorsement of former President Donald Trump. Daniel Cameron is also the first African-American nominee for governor by a major political party here in Kentucky. So how will this affect the black vote come November? Reporter Garrett Weimer and photojournalist Darnell Crenshaw break down very different perspectives on this topic.
Here in Kentucky, you aren't judged by the color of your skin, but by the content of your character.
We're now looking at the possibility of the first black American governor of the Commonwealth of Kentucky. And that really is exciting.
That is a historic achievement. He should feel rightfully proud.
It is historic. I'm cautious about the candidate and who he is and what his track record has been.
I'm not enamored with black faces in high places.
Dr. Ricky L. Jones is the chair of Pan-African Studies at U of L. He knows Attorney General Cameron. At one point, he was his professor at the university. He believes Governor Beshear's policies have more in line with the African-American community than Cameron's policies.
Black people who are politically astute would not vote for Daniel Cameron because his political sensibilities are not in line with black progress or well-being at all.
TJ Litafik is a political strategist who's worked on dozens of Republican campaigns. He believes racial profiling and justice reform are key issues to Kentucky African-American voters.
It's going to be a very interesting dynamic at play. Even though General Cameron is an African-American, there is strong resentment in the African-American community by the way that he handled the Breonna Taylor situation in Louisville.
Speaking of an interesting dynamic, State Representative George Brown is chair of the Kentucky Black Legislative Caucus. The group hasn't met yet about Cameron's Republican nomination, but Representative Brown says it could possibly put the group in an unusual predicament. The caucus is overwhelmingly Democrat. He encourages black voters to do their homework.
I would hope that African-American people, regardless of their party affiliation, would really study the candidates and who can be of the best interest of the people of the Commonwealth.
But Dr. Donald Douglas, the first black conservative state senator in Kentucky's history, says voters should think for themselves.
We have a lot of really intelligent people here in the Commonwealth, and I think those people can figure things out for themselves if we just present the facts.
And political strategist TJ Litafik says the African-American vote in Kentucky is 10 to 12%, and that can be a big influence in the governor's race.